Hello, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Marquita here with another How It's Growing. Happy Sunday. Um, I just want to note the last couple of minutes of this video will be my balcony garden. And yes, I did go outside in the daylight. It's so hot, even the walks are not out. They can't be bothered. It's in the high 90s, and then the real feel is like 105, 107, and it's like 7:30 in the evening. So that's just how hot it is here today. And the next couple of days should be even hotter. So that is crazy to start with, and I hate heat unless I'm by a body of water. But other than that, the plants in the window, as you can see, are loving it. So I'm gonna show you those really quickly. Again, we'll check in with the propagation station. Most of those are pretty much ready to go at this point. I think it only took really about a week and a half to 2 weeks for them to be ready. And again, the summertime is their best time for growth, and I'm propagating golden pothos for one of my plants. So let's go ahead and get into it so we can see how it's growing. So we'll start with my croton plant. I am just so amazed at what it's doing. Again, I know it likes heat and like tropical like climates, which all of this we're having right now. And as you can see, all of those huge leaves, I think more so the size of the leaves is what's getting me more than the growth itself. Look at how big those leaves are. I see in a lot of plant groups where people always, have pothos with the huge leaves and other things. And a lot of it is because those are from tropical climates. Like people will go to Hawaii and see, a pothos that has a monstrous size leaf, and then they want to bring a cutting back to wherever they live. And if you don't live in a tropical like climate, you're not going to get that same result because that's what's causing the leaf to grow that large. But here, apparently in my house, and it's sitting right in the sun and getting all of the sun they can get. So it's enjoying that, and it's showing that by growing the way that it is. So happy for that. I want to repot it, but honestly, crotons are super sensitive. When I first purchased this and even moved it, just from the store cup that it came in, just a little regular brown, cup that they have the little plants in, little starter plants, to this container, every leaf that was a new growth leaf died. And then, of course, it bounced back and you see what it's done. But I just don't want to lose all of this progress. So it seems to still be doing okay. So I'm going to leave it as is for now. Um, as you can see, the aloe, of course, is loving the light. We have this peperonia plant here. This is a variant of them because typically they are all green. So this is a golden peperonia, hence the color. I've had this plant for quite a while. It also enjoys light and sun, and it's doing its thing, as you can see. I really want to repot it, but part of me is nervous for disturbing it and feeling like I might mess it up because it is so nice. But then the other part of me is like, it's eventually going to need more space. So we'll see what happens with that. Um, this plant here is my white wizard that I picked up from Target with the Hilton Carter collection. Again, the monstrous leaves, and you can see more leaves are coming in. The Camille plant still doing this thing. Some of those leaves I showed you guys last week have unfolded. They are, let's see where they are. Like here is one that recently unfolded, and there are more coming around here. So it's growing and loving life, living its best life. Here's one you can see it's almost done unfolding there. Look at these leaves. I love it. Love, love, love it. And here at the propagation station, it might be a little bit harder to see, but those kind of white looking things, those roots, we can see the reflection. Those are roots. They're ready. Like all of that. This one had a lot. This one has a nice one here. That is not the stem. That is the root, if you're wondering. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see some of them because of the angles, but you can kind of see reflection there. And that is accurate size. That's not enlarged by the reflection. And this one also has one. Actually, has two. Has one very close to the top. So for sure, this one is ready to go, as well as this one. So we'll see how it goes when I do the transfer from water to soil. Alrighty. I think that's about it when it comes to just like growth. Oh, the Aerogarden. Yes. I will show you. This is the golden pothos that I did take the propagation pieces from. As you can see, it's living its best life, and I added the moss pole. Um, this is my um, pothos, my other pothos here. My Manjula pothos, hence the name Julie there on the pot, is flourishing right now. Lots of new growth up there. These are new leaves as well. Another golden. Let's see these. To come over. The Aerogarden with the romaine. That's probably enough for a little small salad there. And then my Chinese evergreen here. And then this Aerogarden. So this is where I was going half kale, half spinach. So what has blossomed is the kale. The kale is doing great. It will grow into whatever it's supposed to be. None of the spinach, I actually think I forgot to put something in that one, but none of the spinach came up. And I really think that that was on me because I think that packet of seeds was really old. I did buy a newer pack this year, but that's not the one that I use. So I think that's just the seeds are bad. So I'll just go ahead and toss that out because we tried them in my other Aerogarden and the two seeds I planted there didn't work. And over here, these three did not blossom either. So I think it's just the seeds are old. But here we have the kale. So it looks like I will be having kale to add to my collection at some point. So let me know how you feel. The garden has been going for 10 days, by the way. This is the day counter and this is the countdown for food. But that's how long the garden has been growing. So it's been going for 10 days. So in 10 days, this is the result from seed to here with kale. All right, so let me guys know how you feel about kale because I know a lot of people have mixed emotions about kale. Some people love it, some people hate it. I personally like it with a little salt and pepper for seasoning, and it seems to go fine. I don't typically eat it raw. I have put it in smoothies and whatnot, but when it comes to cooking, I do cook it with just a little salt and pepper. More so pepper, it gives a little flavor and it works for me. I first got introduced to using it with some HelloFresh recipes, and I've also used it in a soup as well. So smoothie, soup, and then just by itself with slight seasoning, it goes fine. But I know I've heard some people, they either love it or hate it. Let me know which one you are when it comes to kale, and we'll hop on over to the balcony garden, and I will see you next time. Please be sure to like and subscribe. All right, y'all, out to the balcony garden, starting with the Marvel peas that we see here in that raised garden bed. As you can see, they are growing right along. Those little spindly things will hopefully grow into some pea pods. And I try to keep everything watered. I typically water at night and give it a nice good watering. That soil kind of manages the water so that it doesn't get too much water. Also next to it are the mini pumpkins, the Jack B. Little pumpkins. And what I'm showing you guys is kind of the little nubs there that represent what will hopefully be pumpkins eventually. This is my first time trying to make the Jack B. Little pumpkin, so we'll see how it goes. But it does take about 96 to a little over 100 days for them to actually grow. So we have a long way to go. They will hopefully be ready by fall. And here I'm just showing you my little plant. It's just like this because it's so hot outside. I actually watered it last night. I'm adding a little more water here just to help it out, but it will bounce back. Same thing happened to it kind of yesterday, and it perks right back up. So it will be okay. It's not dead. It's not dying. It's just hot. So it's just kind of wilted and fainted. But I gave it some water, and hopefully it will revive itself soon. Now I'm going over to the herbs and my peppers. That's my cayenne pepper there. We still just have the one full pepper, but there are others that seem to be coming along. Again, those white flowers that you guys see do represent potential peppers. So hopefully they will go ahead and grow. It's definitely getting lots of heat, and I am keeping it nice and hydrated when I see that the soil needs some more water. It also has a support. Here we have the lemon balm and two mint plants, chocolate mint in the light blue container, and then mint is what I was playing with in my hand. The lemon balm is bouncing back from when I went to Canada, as well as that mint plant in front of it. Down on the bottom we have rosemary surrounded by mint. I've actually used some of the rosemary. It's actually growing back, but I actually took some of the rosemary to use when I cooked some chicken, and it came out delicious. I'm probably going to do it again tonight, so I'll try and show it to you. That's another mint plant. I may make another mojito with that. That's the spearmint, which is typically used in mojitos. And then behind that is peppermint. So we'll see. As you can see, it's getting fluffier, so that's a good sign. The more you prune it, the more it grows, and it helps keeps it growing. Rosemary bounces back as well. So like I said, I already used some of it and you can't even tell because it's grown back within like a week or so. So that's the balcony garden. And again, see you next time.